Hey everybody, how's it going? How's your Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday. I forgot what day it is. Does anybody else get thrown off by holidays on a Monday? It throws me off for like the rest of the week, so. But I wanted to talk to you about something that I mentioned earlier today on my Facebook post. So for those of you who don't know me, I will introduce myself. Welcome to the Amanda Show. But my name is Amanda Ruth Wilson, and I am an intuitive, and I also help mentor women who are trapped in their anxiety to identify their blocks, break through what's holding them back, and to help them find better ways to experience their life like on a deeper level instead of just feeling like they're surviving their life. So, I wanted to talk about perspectives of anxiety. Now, obviously, everybody deals with anxiety at some point. It's natural in our lives to deal with anxiety on some fashion, right? Right, so if you do agree, put a 1 in the comments. And please say hello as you're hopping on. Let me know how it's going, where you're coming in from, if this is your first time tuning in live to one of my live videos. So, but something that I wanted to talk about that I thought was a bit profound was the post I made earlier today. I said, true or false, if you eat right, exercise, and avoid caffeine, and live a healthy lifestyle, your anxiety will go away. Now, some people said true, some people said false. Mostly people said false, that like that wasn't really going to solve everything. And you're right. It may help relieve some of the anxieties that you feel naturally from day to day, but it is not going to help you get to the root cause of what is driving your anxiety, what is causing you to be, I guess you could say, in more of a state of mind of anxiety as you're going about your life day to day. And one of the first things that I will say, I used to be afraid of it, is to stop avoiding it. Stop avoiding your anxiety. And that's not gonna be easy. It's not always gonna be easy. But to stop avoiding your anxiety is going to be something that actually can really help you open up a whole new perspective of opportunity. Hi, Cindy, how's it going? And to help you begin to dig deeper to figure out what's happening. So, to introduce this idea further on further perspectives of anxiety, that being said, obviously, anxiety does not fit one size. It's like anytime somebody talks about going on a diet or a lifestyle change, it's going to be different for everybody. Some lifestyles work better for others, and some don't. Some people have generalized anxiety. Some people suffer from more anxiety that can be triggered by certain situations or PTSD. Different things like that. So whether your anxiety is severe or not, whether you are medicated for your anxiety or not, I have something I'm going to offer you. So on the 16th of September, I am hosting a 6-week class on how to break free from trapped anxiety. I'm going to teach you what trapped anxiety is. I'm going to help you identify what may be causing your anxiety, and also give you some tools to help you process this, work through it, other tips, tricks, and things that I have been able to use in my own life that I find super beneficial, that I have absolutely loved. So if you like the sound of that, let me know in the comments. I'd love to get you more information. But to talk about this a little bit further, obviously, diet and exercise, living a healthier lifestyle, it's not going to make everything go away like we just recapped, but it's important to recognize that your stress does not cause anxiety. Stress doesn't cause anxiety, but stress is also a natural factor of life. There may be certain situations that feel stressful, but maybe your stress is actually more anxiety. But I mean, that can be open up for debate. So, but one of the other things that I want to bring to light is to face face your anxiety. If you were to imagine looking at yourself in the mirror and then your anxiety is like another person right next to you, and you could like verbally talk to your anxiety, like if you could identify what your anxiety is, you might be able to begin to analyze things from another perspective. So for an example, this is something that I may or may not be doing in the class, is writing a letter to your anxiety and then having your anxiety write back to you as if your anxiety was a real person, and what that would say, what it would sound like, what it would feel like, what it, just to describe it, just so you can try to look at yourself and your anxiety, but then take a third perspective. So you're facing yourself and your anxiety from the outside. So you're taking another look at, well, what's the connecting piece? What's the missing piece? Like, what are the common factors that are happening there? So something that I thought was very interesting that other people talked about on the post earlier today was a lot of people were saying that they were avoiding, like, they're like, well, caffeine's my lifeline. You don't all... Healthy diet and exercise, all of those things are going to, like, combine together. Hey, Kelly, how's it going? But when you are relying on caffeine, you might not even know what you may think or feel when you are on caffeine. I'll admit it. I used to drink caffeine like it was water all of the time. But when I'm talking about identifying your anxiety, it's good and important to notice, like, your tolerance. What is your tolerance level like? You know what you feel like when you are dealing with anxiety. You know what that looks like for you. And maybe you notice, oh, when I do drink caffeine, I do feel more anxiety. Or when I do this, I don't feel as much anxiety. Because I've heard both sides, that caffeine causes certain people more anxiety and that caffeine also does not, and it calms them down, helps them out with that. Something I also have found that I absolutely love to use is I've been taking CBD oil. One of my very near and dear friends, when he started taking CBD oil, it nearly eliminated all of his panic attacks, the anxiety that he was feeling on a daily basis, and it became much more manageable and didn't feel like there was another, like, I guess you could say, person living inside your head. Because our anxiety will always say things to us, right? I mean, if we talk about anxiety like it's a person, anxiety is always trying to tell us stories that aren't true, tell us lies, prey upon our fears, prey upon, I guess, yeah, basically all of the fears that you have, in a sense of, like, what do other people think about me? What's going to happen to me if I drive on the highway today? What's going to happen to me if I say this to someone? Hey, Tatiana! So you never know, like, what it might be, because it's going to be different for everybody. So during the 6 weeks, when you're going through this, there's also going to be a daily challenge that'll come up that I will share in the group, and I'll touch more on my story as to why I wanted to do this too, because I have been there, and I know everybody has their own individual story, and my story counts too. And I know what it feels like for me to feel like I'm stuck, to feel like I'm trapped, to feel like I'm perpetually going to be stuck living in this state of constant anxiety, of just constantly reliving situations in my mind that aren't true. And for me, I felt mentally paralyzed. I just didn't think anything was going to get better, that, like, physically I'm always going to feel this way. My body's always going to be yelling at me. I'm always going to just, I don't know. Oh, I guess my light's dying. Sorry, I just noticed that. I was like, why does this suddenly seem a little different? But that's because my light's dying. But my perspective of anxiety is going to be different than your perspective of anxiety, but this is going to be a safe space to be able to explore everyone's perspectives, to learn from others who are going to also be in the class too. And it's going to be a limited capacity, just so you know that ahead of time. It's going to be limited because I want everybody in the class to have the time and attention that they need from me and also from others in the class to be able to fully express themselves and to get what they're looking for from the class. So, to touch on that again, I'm going to teach you about what trapped anxiety is. I'm going to teach you tools to help you work through anxiety, to process certain things. Some of it is mindset breakthrough. Other things, I'm not going to give away all my pieces. And to also challenge yourself to be vulnerable with your anxiety, to be willing to look at it and figure out, why am I always like this? Or why does this always come up for me? And identify what's triggering that for you. So, if you want some more information on the price, it does start at $50 and it's going to go up as each person signs up. So there's limited spots. It does stop at a certain price point. I'll tell you when we get there. And I'm super excited for everybody who's coming to the class. So if that sounds like something that you want to be a part of, it's $50 for the 6 weeks. You're going to get daily accountability. We're going to talk a couple times a week at least. And just find a space to work through some of this and to heal together and to be able to wake up the next morning and feel like you can take on anything in your day and that everything is going your way and that you are in control, not your anxiety. You are in control. So, thanks for everybody who commented on my post earlier today. Thank you for watching. If you watched all the way to the end, please tell me your thoughts. What do you think? What do you think about this? What is your perspective on anxiety? Do you think it's important that we should address it? Or are you fine? Oh, wait. I'm just kidding. But thank you guys so much. I've really been putting a lot of time and energy and effort into this class, and I really want to be the best. I really do, truly, at the core of my heart, want to help people. And even if that's on a one-on-one basis or in this group setting, I want to be able to provide tools to other people so they can blossom in their life like I have been in my life this year. This year has been the most transformative year of my life is what I'm trying to say. And there's so much good to be had out there. And I never want to live another day feeling trapped in my anxiety, and I want to help free other people from feeling like they're perpetually stuck in that state of being, because that's not a way to live. I don't think it's a way to live. So, and if you know anyone who would get some value out of this class too, please share this video with them or send them my way and we can talk to see if it'll be a good fit for them. And I just can't wait for this class to start. So it starts on September 16th. So let me know in the comments if that's something you want to do, if you want to be a part of it. And thanks for participating in my conversation. It's been amazing to hear everyone's perspectives and just to be able to have a really good discussion. So I hope you have a wonderful evening, sleep well, and let's rock out the rest of the week. Bye!